ARBELOA'S Real Madrid tactics. Can we recreate them in eFootball? Entering the Champions League round of 16 with a long list of injuries, ARBELOA'S Real Madrid had a convincing 3-0 victory at home against Pep's Man City, with Valverde's brilliant hat-trick. Can we recreate ARBELOA'S strategies? Pep's formation on paper was a 4-1-3-2. He played four attack-minded players that prioritized threat towards goal over control and creativity. This attacking shape was very good in the opening minutes. They attacked into the attacking third very quickly by ball carrying. But when Real Madrid sat deep, Pep as usual preferred to form a front five, and he did that by inverting O'Reilly, the left back, into the midfield during attack. And O'Reilly mainly attacked in the left half space, supporting Doku's movement. Then Semenyo occupied the right half space. Here's the problem. Usually Pep's half-space midfielders are creators and dribblers like Cherki, Foden, and De Bruyne, either able to get through tight spaces or make killer passes. But neither O'Reilly nor Semenyo had those profiles. For O'Reilly, that's not a big issue because he was used to making those sudden off-ball runs into the box and finishing chances, instead of creating from that position. But playing Semenyo in the right half space significantly limited not only his own performance, but also City's creativity in general. Arbeloa also applied specific defending strategies targeting City's attack. City heavily depended on Doku's ball carrying on the left. From past experience, Trent defending Doku is a mismatch and disadvantage, especially with O'Reilly making the runs into the half space. How did Arbeloa limit Doku's impact? That leads to the role of the star of the match, Valverde. The formation on paper was a 4-4-2, and for the majority of the match that was also their main defensive shape. But City always attempted to create a front 5 versus 4, that's where Valverde came into play. When Doku was dribbling, Valverde would stay behind Trent to prevent Doku from cutting in, or intercept his crosses. Or when O'Reilly made runs in the left half space, Valverde would relentlessly follow him, canceling that 5 versus 4. Valverde's movement significantly limited City's left side attack. On City's right side, Güler also focused a lot on Semenyo, further limiting his impact when he was already playing in an unfamiliar position. So overall, Arbeloa kept the 4-4-2 very compact, while flexibly switching between a back 4 and a back 5 based on Valverde's movement. An effective defense is the solid backbone of victory, but how did Arbeloa's Madrid score 3? I think the strategy can be summarized in two areas: targeting City's formation flaws and Madrid's freedom to move and attack. Let's look at City's formation again. Attacking with a front 5, then pressing in a 4-1-3-2. So we can see that there is a huge distance that O'Reilly had to cover, attacking in the half space and rushing back to defend the left back position. And that's where Arbeloa and Valverde targeted. Valverde attempted to sprint into the space behind O'Reilly many times, and Madrid sent a lot of long passes. Courtois made 9 successful long passes over 17 attempts, including an assist to Valverde's first goal. Having Trent as the right back also meant there was another reliable long passer from the back, supporting Valverde's runs. But Valverde was not the only long pass target. City's pressing shape meant that the area around the lone DMF Rodri was very unprotected. Bernardo isn't known for his defensive prowess. O'Reilly defended as a left back, and Kusanov man-marked Vinicius. Arbeloa's 4-4-2 was essentially strikerless, so he made Brahim Diaz and Güler move into the zones around Rodri, between City's midfield and defense lines, to receive long passes easily and initiate counterattacks. Brahim and Güler aren't strikers, and being between the lines affected City's center-backs' decision-making. Valverde's first goal came partly from Guehi's attention on Brahim. Strikerless on paper, but it also allowed every player to move into the striker zone, providing an unpredictable element to Madrid's attack. The players' positions were not fixed at all. Valverde often attacked centrally and acted as the striker. His striker runs without being a striker, unleashed his finishing ability, and scored 2 more goals, including the brilliant third goal. At times, Vinicius and Güler could also move into the striker zone, although being left attackers on paper. Another player's movement was also very important in this free attacking system: Thiago Pitarch. This was Pitarch's first start in the Champions League, playing as one of the double pivots. He didn't have much responsibility on the ball, but his off-the-ball contribution was very important. He was not stuck at the back, instead he made runs to open up space for others, especially towards the striker zone in between City's lines as the decoy. He was also the fourth highest in distance covered for Madrid. Overall, Arbeloa's tactics were well targeted towards Pep's 4-1-3-2, allowing Valverde to perform at his best, as well as allowing freedom in attacking movements. Time to build a squad. What's the ideal team play style? The one I picked is long ball. It is ideal for long pass build-up, while the attacker's runs are more unorthodox compared to the relatively linear long ball counter. The formation is a strikerless 4-4-2. A left winger, an SS, a left AMF. We can have a right AMF, but I am using CMF because Valverde doesn't have AMF familiarity. To allow Valverde to attack behind the opponent defensive line more frequently, we can give him the attacking instruction. To make Valverde flexibly switch roles between a defender and a midfielder, we can assign him man marking, targeting one of the opponent's left attackers. Courtois was a defensive keeper behind a low defensive line. Huijsen and Rudiger formed a standard build-up destroyer duo. Mendy and Garcia played as attacking left-backs, and Trent can have any playstyle except for defensive fullback. Tchouaméni can have any playstyle as long as the player is good at defending. Hadarch played a box-to-box CMF role. Güler was a creative playmaker or hole player. Here I am, using an inactivated orchestrator Güler card, then a box-to-box or hole player as Valverde. Vinicius can have any playstyle. Finally, Brahim Diaz can be a creative playmaker, hole player, or deep lying forward. Here's the formation, instructions, and table of players. We will try this squad in 4 online division matches.
Renovations, it is bigger, better, and ever more beautiful. We have already started here. Now there's a player with a silky pass.
Unorthodox attacking movement that any player can take the CF zone in the strikerless formation. A long pass that spots Valverde, who lays it off to the SS Brahim Diaz. Valverde man-marks Griezmann to maintain a good defensive width. Valverde essentially helps form a temporal back 5.
And it's Griezmann. And here's Donatoni. This is Van Nistelrooy. Many. Alexander-Arnold. That's an impact. Pass. It's Thuram. Threads one in. That is a crunching tackle. Kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Just one up front, Jim. It's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years.
The Carolus. Quick succession here. That's tidy. He's going for goal. Here.
We need a good passer at right back like Trent to spot Brahim or Güler.
It's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
He's on it. Can he get away? Nicked it back promptly. Oh, chance for a shot! Looking for options for movement. Picked out brilliantly. And the finish! Alvarez is someone who's always looking to catch the eye. He's got for goal! Bellingham.
Player who likes to take the consult and look whether his vision and creativity are being more direct and providing a threat. Clear to see.
This tactic gives the attackers a lot of freedom, so you can see how Valverde attacks in the middle and makes this through ball. Valverde man-marks Neymar, so we have a defender actively moving automatically. It would be ideal if we use a fast SS here, like Ankara Messi. Another chance created by Trent. Another chance blown. A long pass that spots one of Brahim and Goulet, then others attack after winning the second ball. Man, I really should have put more power into the shot.
One of those games that many...
The traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Man, if I weren't filming, I would have used a way better finisher than Brahim. I'm getting sick of these shots.
Oh, that is rather wayward.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Oh, they could shots!
I'm glad he made this one, though.
Tonali did not to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Brahim Diaz. He's shifting through the gears here. That has been slung wide. Vinicius Junior. He's had a shot!
Again, a temporal back 5 by Valverde.
Hakimi, Rice. This is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's come loose. He's having a shot!
It was wonderful vision to see.
Hittark's box-to-box role was really important. He's new, but his movement and energy was really needed.
Tries a shot!
Press more, higher up the pitch. Pass quicker, entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Madrid are... climbs up big! Alexander-Arnold, and it's Valverde. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. He's ended up in no man's land. He's had a shot! Albert Ferrer. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Goulet.
Long pass is just a way to reach the attacking third. Once we are there, the long ball play style allows us to attack by finding the third man.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight.
Goals so far. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out. It could be danger here. He's won some chance! And the referee brings it to a close.
Thank you so much for watching. Will you try this long ball tactic?